In 1962, NASA engineers built an experimental antenna from seemingly trivial materials. Then aluminum sheets, wireframes, and even a piece of kitchen grill mesh. They never expected that this improvised device would usher in a new era of space communication, allowing humanity to speak with machines drifting among the stars. That story taught me one thing. True creativity begins when we dare to see the old through new eyes. So I began not with circuits or sensors, but with a simple basket line with aluminum foil on the inside. At first glance, it looked like a physics prank. Yet that layer of foil became the bridge between intuition and science, between whim and principle. I wasn't trying to recreate an old antenna, but to reimagine how signals could be received and directed, turning the basket into a structure that listens to space itself, where every strand and metallic fold shapes the path of the wave, rather than merely reflecting it. It was no longer just a homemade antenna, but a new way of thinking about how we connect with the invisible world around us. After covering the basket with aluminum foil, drill a small hole at the center of its base. Here, I have a cable signal splitter. One of its ends will be attached to the outer center of the basket's base. Using a metal washer for a more secure fit. In my hands are two coaxial cables, each 30 centimeters long. My goal is to create two additional antenna arms to enhance signal reception. On one end of each cable, I will attach a straight F connector to prepare for connection. Next, I keep only a 4 centimeter section in the middle of the cable. On the other end, I strip off the outer layer, keep the copper core, and bend it into a coil shape. You can use a screwdriver or any similar round object to bend the copper wire. As for me, I'm using a pen to do it. When bending, leave a small section at the tip of the antenna so you can attach a small metal ornament for decoration. Alright, I've finished one as a sample. Now, do the same with the remaining cable. This morning, my son and I finished 2 cans of Coca-Cola. I plan to reuse the pull tabs from those cans to decorate the 2 antenna rods, while the empty cans will be kept for the next recycling occasion. Actually, this decoration is just something I did out of convenience. It makes the antenna rods look a bit nicer. You can skip this step if you find it unnecessary. After making the 2 antenna rods, connect them to the signal splitter, attaching them to the front and rear ports at the center of the basket. So, what about the remaining connector on the splitter? That's right. We'll attach another coaxial cable to link this antenna device to the TV. But before attaching the coaxial cable, we need to secure this assembly onto a wooden base. An antenna device cannot function without a base. Now that the device is securely fixed, we'll move on to connecting the coaxial cable. One end of the coaxial cable will be fitted with a straight F connector, which will then connect to the antenna device. For the other end of the cable, I do the same with a slight difference. Attach a 90-degree F connector, which will connect directly to the TV. The coaxial cable connection is now complete. I'm excited to see the result of our careful work. Now we'll take the device out and test it immediately. Within just 4 seconds of connecting, the screen displayed a very sharp, clear, and stable image. However, we won't rush to conclusions. Now we'll wait a bit longer to see if the signal remains truly stable. So far, everything has been normal, with no issues. Therefore, I decided to go behind the TV stand to unplug and reconnect the cable to see how things would turn out. Not much of a surprise. The signal remained stable. After all the meticulous preparation, from crafting each antenna rod, installing coaxial cables, to securing the device on a wooden base, our homemade antenna works perfectly. It's amazing to see how small efforts yield immediate results. If you found this video helpful or fun, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment telling me what you try creating with simple materials around you. Who knows? Your idea could be the next great invention. I'm looking forward to reading every one of your comments.